Hello dear participants, I welcome you all in this online certificate course on data interpretation using MS Excel and SPSS offered by School of Social Sciences, SRTM University Subcampus Latur. So today is the opening session of this certificate course, and in this opening session we are going to introduce you different aspects of this certificate course. Purpose of this session is to discuss with you all the way we are going to conduct this certificate course, to make you all familiar with the week-wise schedule of this certificate course, to make you all familiar with the pattern of internal evaluation and course and examination evaluation, and to make you all familiar with the objectives and the outcomes of this certificate course. But before starting the conduct of this course, let me put forward few important questions here. These are the questions usually we face during our research work, and these are the questions which this course seeks to answer. So what is question number one? Question number one is here. How to solve research question by treating your data statistically? How can statistical technique help us solving our research question? And that will be addressed during this certificate course. Question number two. Which statistical technique to use on collected data? Suppose if we have data with us, can we apply any statistical technique on any type of data or any type of variable? Answer to this question is no, because there are different types of the data, there are different types of the variables, and moreover there are different types of the statistical techniques. So we need to be very careful when we are choosing a particular statistical technique for particular type of a variable or particular type of data. Next question, why to use that particular statistical technique for that particular variable? And that thing that we are going to discuss during this certificate course. Next question, do we really need to remember formulas every time we treat the data? If you are using MS Excel and SPSS, then there is really no need to remember the formulas every time you treat the data, because this formula has been taken care by the softwares like SPSS and programs like MS Excel. Fine. So far the if you are using the MS Excel and SPSS, there is really no need to remember the formulas. Next question, how to use MS Excel and SPSS for statistical treatment and to get the results. So here the process part comes in. So during this course we'll make you familiar with the process using which we can give different statistical treatments on our data. Next question, why do we make hypothesis statement? What is the need to construct the hypothesis? So this thing also will be addressed during this course. How can we construct a correct hypothesis statement? So construction of hypothesis statement is also a very important thing. So you need to you should be very familiar with this thing, that you need to construct the technically correct hypothesis statement. So how to construct the hypothesis statement, this part also we'll discuss during this certificate course. Next question, how to test a hypothesis choosing appropriate test. And this is very interesting. If you are having data with us, we cannot apply any hypothesis test on any type of data. It is not like that. Each hypothesis test has its own prerequisites, and those prerequisites should be present there in the data or in the variable. Then and then only we can apply a particular hypothesis test for particular type of data or particular type of variable. How all it works, that we'll discuss during this certificate course. Next question, how to interpret the results from hypothesis testing. That's fine that if we know the process, we give the statistical treatment on our data, we get some result, out of the hypothesis testing. But what is the meaning of those values in that table? So the interpretation part is very important. We need to know that how can we interpret and how can we read the result. So we'll also try to make you familiar with these things during this course. And the last question, how to draw correct research conclusions, and how to make the decisions using the statistical techniques. So during these 8 weeks, we'll try to answer all these 10 questions. Now let me take you to the way we are going to conduct this course. As we all know that this course is a purely online course, and as of now you all must have joined the Google Classroom. The link of the Google Classroom already been sent to all of you, and I hope you all have joined the Google Classroom. Those who are facing the problem accessing Google Classroom, they can go to our university website and they can access the e-content. But for the assignment and for sample data set, you need to join the Google Classroom. So during this course, we'll provide you with the e-tutorials, that is the links of the video lectures. We'll provide you with the link of PPTs, link for the sample data sets for practice. Moreover, you can use your own data sets also. You can give the treatment on the your own data sets, but here from our side we'll provide you the sample data set for the practice, a very small sample data set that will be. We'll try to provide you the text script of the video lectures, and there will be 8 assignments. Those assignments will be online assignments, and there will be a one course end examination at the end of the certificate course. So this is the way that we are going to conduct the course. So here is the week-wise distribution. There are 8 weeks, and in each week there will be 5 video lectures. For Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, a single lecture for a day. So in each week there will be 5 lectures, and there are 8 weeks, so that there will be 40 video lectures that will be shared with you during this certificate course. Every weekend, every Saturday, there will be a live session, and this live session is not mandatory, it is not compulsory. The purpose of this live session is just a doubt clarification, and if someone demands, will demonstrate the process. Fine. Every weekend we'll share with you the link of assignment, and you all will have to submit those assignments. There will be 8 assignments. Fine. Now let me take you to the syllabus part. So this is the way that we have distributed the content here in these different 8 weeks. First 2 weeks, week number 1 and week number 2, will make you familiar with the basic terminologies, basic vocabulary, measurement of scales, and will introduce you with the different types of the statistical techniques. And in week 2, will make you familiar with the structure, basic structure of MS Excel and SPSS and basic function. From week 3 onward, we'll be starting with the demonstration part. In week 3, we'll start with the descriptive statistics, in which we'll start with the different types of the tables and different types of the charts for the categorical data and for the numerical data separately. In the continuation, in week 4, we'll continue with the reading and interpretation of the table and chart output. Moreover, we'll start with the central tendencies, where we'll try to understand that how can we give this central tendency treatment on our data, and how to read and interpret the output. In week 5, we'll go for the partition values, then we'll go for dispersion, and then we'll go for the skewness and kurtosis. In week 6, we'll start with the inferential statistics. As of now, you must have understood that week number 1 and week number 2 deals with the basic thing, theoretical part. Fine. Week 3, 4 and 5, these 3 weeks, they deals with the descriptive statistics. And then week 6, 7 and 8, these 3 weeks deals with the inferential statistics. And in inferential statistics, in week 6, we'll start with the meaning of inferential statistics and different types of the inferential statistics. We'll introduce you with the meaning of hypothesis, how to construct hypothesis and all that part, steps in hypothesis testing. And here in this week number 6, we'll demonstrate you how can we go for one sample t-test, independent samples t-test, paired samples t-test with its reading and interpretation of the result part. Fine. Then in week number 7, we'll go for one-way ANOVA, two-way ANOVA, and one non-parametric test, that is chi-square test. Fine. And then in week 7 itself, we'll try to understand the associative statistics, in which we'll deal with the correlation coefficient and partial correlation. And in the last week, week number 8, we'll deal with the regression. There we'll try to understand how can we construct the simple linear regression model and multiple regression model. Moreover, we'll also try to understand what is test of reliability and how can we perform Cronbach alpha. And at the end, how can we export the SPSS result. So this is the way that we have designed this course. First 2 weeks, basic part to make you familiar with the basic terminologies and MS Excel and SPSS. Though there are few participants who are familiar with these concepts, it will be our recommendation that all the participants should watch all the videos from week 1 and week 2, because the further weeks, that depends on all this content depends on this week 1 and 2. So it will be a recommendation from our side that all the participants should watch all the videos from week 1 and 2. Otherwise, you will not understand the further part. Fine. So this is the way that this certificate course been designed. This is the way that we are going to deliver the content. Now, let me take you to the pattern of internal and external evaluation. So, as mentioned earlier, there will be 8 assignments, a single assignment for a single week. So, there are 8 weeks, so that there are 8 assignments. Each assignment carries 10 marks. But out of these 8 assignments, the average of best of 5 assignments will be considered. So, you will have the best of 5 assignment marks will be considered for the internal marks. Fine. Now these 5 assignments will carry, these 5 assignments will carry 50 marks, because each assignment carries 10 marks, and these 50 marks will get converted into 25 marks. So you will have to submit 5 assignments. So whatever the marks you will earn out of these 5 assignments, that score will get converted into the 25 marks. Now we'll come to the course ending examination. At the end of this course, there will be an online examination of 50 marks. 50 marks examination will be there, and these 50 marks will get converted into 25 marks. Whatever the marks you will earn out of these 50 marks, that will get converted into the 25 marks. Now, if I add these 25 marks and 25 marks, it becomes the 50 marks. Now, here is the important note. You will be eligible for a certificate only if the average assignment score is greater than or equal to 10 marks. It means here you need to score at least 10 marks or greater than 10. And the story is same with the course end examination. Average course end examination score should be greater than or equal to 10 marks. So here also you need to score 10. So total passing marks are 10 plus 10, 20. So out of 50, you need to score 20. Then and then only you will be eligible for the certificate. Now let me take you to the objectives of this course. So here is the first objective. First objective is to enrich the learner's ability to process the data systematically through MS Excel and SPSS. Second objective, to construct the learner's capacity to read and interpret data scientifically. So this is an important part, reading and interpretation, because process is simple to understand. Process you will understand in a very simple way, but how to read and how to interpret the result of the data, that's the crucial part that we are dealing here in this certificate course. Third objective, to enable learners with the use of appropriate statistical technique for expected result. And the last objective is to equip learners with the descriptive and inferential analytical skills using MS Excel and SPSS. Now let me take you to the possible outcomes of the course. So here are the outcomes. Outcome number 1, skill development or enhancement, enabling students to identify their potential or suitability at appropriate undertakings. Second outcome, student progression towards research and employment opportunities. Third, analytical and inferential skills using MS Excel and SPSS software, and the fourth, proficiency in the use of MS Excel and SPSS software. So these are the possible outcomes. If the participants complete this course, then they will acquire the proficiency and the analytical and inferential skills using the MS Excel and SPSS. So this is the way that this course is designed, and I hope you all will enjoy this course. So again, on behalf of the School of Social Sciences, I welcome you all here in this certificate course. In the next lecture, we'll go with the basic vocabulary. Till then, we'll stop here. Thank you for your kind listening. Thank you.